Good morning. Last speaker and winner of the shortest bio ever. Good morning. Thank you all so much for being here. My name is Annabelle Rutledge. I'm the Executive Vice President of Concerned Women for America. We're the nation's largest public policy women's organization, actually, with grassroots activists in all 50 states and nearly 300 Young Women for America leaders in colleges and universities, churches, and communities across the country. 2 years ago, many of us, some of you that are standing here with me today, spent many hot days. They were not days like today. They were a lot hotter between the unprecedented Supreme Court leak and the ultimate decision day where Roe fell and Dobbs became the prevailing rule of the land. We stood in that heat morning after morning because life and truth was that important. And so many speakers here this morning have gone into detail about what abortion is, what it does to moms, to women, to families, to dads. But I want to zoom out a little bit and talk about the cultural issue that we're facing. Because it isn't just about this issue of life. It's not just an issue. We're combating a cultural, ideological shift. We're combating your truth, my truth, his truth, her truth. And I want to speak to you today about the truth. And there is an objective truth that can set us free. And that's the truth about the intrinsic value of every human life, regardless of their race, sex, or development. So as we fight for policies that will drive our political discourse this year, next year, and in the next decade, we cannot surrender this fundamental truth for the sake of political expediency. Martin Luther King Jr. famously said, "Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that." And I would posit to you similarly that lies cannot drive out lies. Only truth can do that. And as we stand here today for life, we have to stand squarely on what is actually true, right, and factual. It's of no use for us to combat the lie of abortion by obfuscating the full humanity of the preborn. We must stand boldly on the truth that every single life is of value. And today, Concerned Women for America pledges to stand with every member of Congress who commits to stand on that truth. We fully understand the post-Roe media narrative that we're up against. We know we are dealing with an entire media conglomerate fully invested in the lie of abortion because they see it as the ticket to political power and control. I want to personally say thank you, and on behalf of Concerned Women for America, say thank you to the 3 congressional members that were here today to stand squarely on that truth. But the same cannot be said of every politician. And so to every politician feeling a bit weak-kneed in the face of this truth, do not cower. Lies will be found out, the truth will win, and you want to be on the right side of history. Stand strong on the strength of your pro-life convictions, and God will honor your courage. Remember when they told us that the baby in the womb was nothing but a blob of tissue? And then medical science and the ultrasound exposed the false narrative of big abortion. Remember when they told women abortion was like pulling out a tooth? Another lie with devastating consequences. Today, we work with hundreds of post-abortive women bearing the painful scars of the lies they were told when they were most vulnerable. Women will die if Roe is overturned. Remember that lie. Today, we stand 2 years after the Dobbs decision that overturned Roe, and none of their sky-is-falling predictions have materialized. Women are not dying, and yet their chicken little antics remain just as hysterical as before. The truth is that we have allowed these lies to take root in our culture, and we have allowed disappointment over policies to lead to hopelessness, even in the conservative movement. The last 2 years have been a pitched battle in the states to continue to stand for life, and we've seen people become discouraged in the fight, but there is always hope in truth. Truth has no expiration date. Truth can beget courage. Truth can inspire, and we've seen it inspire whole generations, and truth must be championed today more than ever. So let's fight for it together. Fight for freedom and liberty. Fight for truth. Stand for life. Fight for equal protection of the unborn, and never lose hope. Thank you all so much.